With all the distractions going on in life, one of the biggest questions I get asked is, how do I start my day? And for high performers, how they start their day is super important. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the ways that you can help to start your day to set that state that leads to better performance. Hi there, Lee Eldridge, Human Performance Coach from Cognitive Athlete. I hope you're doing well and I hope that you are performing to the best of your ability. I've worked with peak performers for around 15 years now, and I know what it takes to become a peak performer and to sustain performance. And one area or one thing that peak performers do well is they have a morning routine. And there's been a lot made about the importance of a morning routine, but it helps us set our state for the day, which leads to better performance over the course of the day, the week, and the month. In this video, I'm going to talk about a breathwork practice that we can use. Now, there are many things that you can do during your morning routine, but for me, breathwork is one thing that every high performer should be looking to do. Before we talk about a morning routine, let's just touch on the importance of breathwork. And I've spoke about this in multiple different videos, looking at CO2 tolerance and the effects it has on our heart rate variability. But breathing, or how we breathe, has a direct response on our physiology, which means it has a direct response on our psychology. Now, there's two ways that we can adapt our breathing. One is how we breathe, our mechanics, and the second one is the speed at which we breathe. So how fast we breathe in and how fast we breathe out. And both of these can have a massive effect on our neural system. So it can help us set our state. And in another video, I talk about the importance of setting your state for performance. And that's what peak performance or high performance is all about, is being in the right state at the right time. But before we talk about the actual practice, which is called a 8-6-4 practice, we're going to look at a little bit about routine and talk about duration and environment. So first off, let's talk about the duration of a morning routine. Now, for me, this duration can be anything as short as 5 minutes all the way up to 90 minutes. It all depends on you and how much you feel you need and what you feel you need to do, but also how long you actually have in the day. If you are a really busy person and you have family and kids are waking up, you're probably going to struggle to get massive amounts of time in your morning routine, because it means you have to get up earlier, which means that you might have to reduce your amount of sleep, which is something that I strongly discourage people to do. So anywhere between 5 to an hour and a half is good. For me, when I speak to a lot of the people I work with, kind of 10 to 20 minutes is around that kind of sweet spot, whereby what you're looking to do is maintain and create consistency day after day. Morning routines are things that need to be done every day. It enables us to become practiced. It enables us to get into a routine and set that state much quicker. The next point is to talk about environment and position. Now, ideally, you would do it in the same environment day in, day out, because again, that creates this idea of the same place, same time. Our brains start to understand what's going on. Similarly, if you come into the bedroom, you want to be thinking about sleep, and your brain is saying, hey, look, it's time to go to sleep. Exactly the same as if you're going into a gym scenario or into an office scenario, your brain automatically knows, hey, I've seen this situation before, I know what to expect. Position again is really important, because if we think about it, sometimes our environment is really tough to control. Say for example, we're traveling or we've got friends visiting and we can't use the space that we normally do. Our position becomes really important. Now, you can take up any position that you really want to a certain degree, as long as your spine is in line. And you need to be sat reasonably upright, because that helps with breathing mechanics, but also in terms of attention and engagement. You want it to be comfortable, but not too comfortable so that you might fall asleep. It's really important that you create the same position every time. Now, like for me, I normally do it on my knees. Some people might do it in a lotus position. Some people might do it seated. One thing I do find is that, or what I've had to adapt, is that I use pillows to kind of help me a little bit in terms of the comfort scenario or how comfortable it is, because I'm going to be doing it for a period of time. So the breathing exercise that we're going to do is something called 8-6-4 breathing. And in between the 8-6-4 is we're going to have a breath hold. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with doing a breath hold, just don't do the breath holds. Okay, if you do and you want to extend it, that's down to you. But the cadence or breathing rate that we're going to use is a 5-5, meaning we're going to breathe in for 5 and out for 5. And then after the end of 8 breaths, we're going to hold for a certain amount of time. Then we're going to start off and do 6 breaths, hold, 4 breaths, hold, and then we're going to repeat the whole cycle. Now, if you want, you can repeat the cycle more times, 3, 4, 5, whatever you like to do. Also, for the holds, you can increase the duration of the holds till where you feel that you just need to breathe again. Okay, it's down to you. Okay, you don't have to do it now to push yourself, but as you get better at it, it becomes helpful to be able to hold that breath for longer and to build up some CO2 tolerance, and we can talk about that later on. Okay, so before we begin, let's talk a little bit more about position. We want to be upright. Okay, so we want everything stacked on top of each other, not in a slouched position, not overextending in our lower back. A nice kind of neutral position, and what we're looking to do is to kind of keep our chest nice and still and do most of our breathing, or using our diaphragm to do most of the work. And we'll start now, and we're going to do 8 breaths, okay? And you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. After those 8 breaths, okay, we're going to look to do a 20-second hold. Once we've done that, 6 breaths, and I'll talk you through it. Okay, so you can close your eyes if you want to, completely up to you. I'm going to talk you through each of the pacing. So just get yourself ready, okay, and we'll start with our first breath. So in through our nose and out, in, out, in, out, in, out, halfway, in, out, in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, breathe in, and we're going to hold off this one. Keep breathing in, and hold. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Halfway. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, breathe in, keep going, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Okay, keep holding. If you're not doing a breath hold, just keep breathing. Okay, 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. relax. Okay, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And hold. Okay, last 5 seconds or so. And breathe out. And breathe in. So back to our 8 counts. So breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep breathing out. Keep breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 reps. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, breathe in. And hold. Breathe out. Okay, deep breath in, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and hold. And breathe out. Okay, so well done. Just go back to normal breathing now, any speed that you want to. It's a good idea to keep it nose to nose breathing. Okay, so well done, we finished that, and that took around 9 minutes. And if you want to, you can repeat that again, that 8-6-4, or if you want to, you can add in longer breath holds, completely up to you. After you've done that breath work, it's sometimes a good idea to do some stretching or some journaling, whatever you feel that you need to do, maybe for 10-15 minutes. And that's a great way to kind of build in a 20-minute morning practice to help you set your state and start your day. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed that practice. There is a link in the description box to our peak performance test, where you can go along, take the test and find out how well you're doing in all our core areas that are important to performance. As always, I really appreciate you watching the videos and taking time out of your day. If you want to find out more information about breath work and breath holds, I strongly suggest that you watch my CO2 tolerance video, where I talk about ways that you can incorporate breathwork into your training to help you improve your performance. There should be a link just up to the top of me. But well done again. I'd love to hear your comments about any practices that you do during the morning, or if you're going to give that one a go and how you get on. Again, thanks very much for joining. Well done and have a great day.